Welcome back to the channel. We have here is a Metabo. It's a brag nailer. It'll shoot from 2" down to 5/8. We picked this one up on Amazon. They got a really good deal going on right now. I actually got a little bit cheaper because I did it on a Prime Day, so I couldn't refuse to buy it. What thing I think sets it off a lot of the other guns from this one is the lightweight. It's really lightweight. There's not a lot of weight at all. I think it's like 2 pounds, something like that. They do put a 5-year warranty on these guns, as long as you take care of it. You know what I mean? It's not, you don't beat it all up and then try to ship it back in. So I'm for sure it's in with the piston part up here. The 2" is nice. I mean, if you got a pretty, it's a pretty big staple. This is not even a 2" here. Um, and then this is probably about the size of 5/8, but these are staples that go with this gun over here. So this one I think will take up to inch, maybe inch and a half or something. I'll have to look it up. Now, when you, anytime you buy, if you're a beginner and anytime you start buying air tools, always make sure you know what air pressure each one of your tools is going to need, because you got to be real careful. You don't put too much air into them or not enough air. So you got to know what air each tool takes. You know what I'm saying? To keep maintaining your tools. On the back sides where you put your oil on it, you just put a couple drops in right here where the air hose goes onto. You would put drops in it, maybe depends on how much you use it. If you use it a lot, you'll probably use it maybe a couple drops every day. If you just use it once or twice and you set it down, you probably don't need use it the next day unless you use it a lot. So it's got exhaust here on the top, and that's where the air comes out of it from the pistons. You know the way it works. You can adjust it. That makes it nice, so you can keep it from blowing towards your face. It's got a really cool rubber grip handle on it. I mean, these handles are really nice. I mean, when you're doing the work, I guarantee you can really hold on to it, and it doesn't want to do too much moving. Um, it also has a little clean out. Let's see if I got staples in it now. It's got a little clean out, so you don't hook this in the front here, and then if you get a staple jammed in there, sometimes you get a staple might be bent. Maybe one's not cut right. Some of these staples ain't always, they're not always cut right, and it might stick in here, and then you can unlock this and go ahead and clean it. So on the end of it here is a little protection tip on it, and that makes it nice whenever you're doing a project. You don't want to put too many marks in it by using the brad gun, so they give you that. Got to watch that, make sure that don't fall off. I have some staples in it now, so if you press up on it like this, there's a little indicator. It tells you if it's got staples in it, and if it's got a lot of staples or not a lot, you can always reload the gun. It tells you when it starts getting empty. Okay, locking it back here. Got a little lever in the back of it, unlocks it. On the back side here, it's just a little, like a little hook right here. That's how it works. It hooks into this metal, so it slides in, it hooks. Just press down on it like that. Okay, it has a little control here on the bottom, like a little knob, and what it does, it keeps you from pulling the trigger in too far. It allows you to put the depth of the nail into the wood. So if you got a piece of plywood, like not plywood, let's go like a piece of veneer or something like that, it's real, or a piece of softwood, because you don't want to go and adjust your air compressor when you don't need to. Your air compressor should always stay the same. You can adjust this knob here on the bottom of it, and it'll keep how far that trigger pulls in, so the nail doesn't go all the way down through your project, what you're working on. So that's really nice feature to have, and most guns have that. I haven't seen too many that didn't have it. Okay. Okay, one of the main features would be this right here, this little control right here, little knob, and it sets it off from everybody else. Okay. From all the other tools, the small tools that you see, maybe you have a small brad nailer that you picked up somewhere, that right here would set it off if it doesn't have that same little knob here. And what it does, it allows you to bump fire, what they call them. I know you might sounds like a gun. Well, it is a gun, but bump fire. And bump fire on these things are when you hold down the trigger, you just keep pressing down, okay? And it'll nail it. Now, these guns, I've never had one misfire. This one here, this is a staple. So when you use a staple, there's two of them coming down, not one. I've never had that misfire or jam. They will shoot as fast as you put that down on the wood. Okay, or that's for like you know, if you're going to have somebody with you and they don't know how to use these things, you can turn this knob up this way, and then you have to press down to load, then pull the trigger, and then it fires. Okay, we're going to go ahead and show you that. I have some in here. I just playing around with the gun. It's amazing how fast. And I have some staples in here, and they're not small either. They're pretty nice size staples, almost the full length of the gun. So they're probably about a 1 inch, maybe something like that, 1 1/4. No, they're probably, no, they might be 1 1/2, something like that. They're pretty big. Okay, so we're going to put air to this thing, and I'm going to show you how that thing works. So you beginners, if you want a gun, start looking into one of these. They work really well. Now, one is it won't fire. Okay, even holding the trigger in. So you press down to load it, and fire. Load, fire. Load, fire. Okay, but if you're doing a project that you might have a whole line that you're working at, you know, you're trying to get it, like maybe, I know some people use them for making small pallets and stuff like that. You know, you can just staple through, even trellis, not trellises, but different types of wood, you know, you need to go through really fast. You just turn this knob here, hold in on the trigger, and fire. Now watch how fast this thing goes. Not one time that thing misfired. Not one time. That's why I like these guns. So if you're looking on Amazon right now, like I said, great deal for them. Check them out, and maybe get yourself one. These are great beginner guns, and they seem to last forever as long as you take care of them and maintain them. You know, they seem to last a long time. So, okay, if you got any comments, just leave them down below. And if you like the video, please subscribe to it. Thumbs up if you could. And okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day.